Hi everybody, I'm John Rivera and I am with Greg Fose, and if you are a real estate agent, real estate investor, or even have a passion for real estate, you're going to want to stay tuned for the Learn and Grow series with Greg Fose. In preparing for today, I came across the word passion quite a bit in a lot of your writings and newsletters. Where did your passion for real estate originate from?
That's a good question. I think I developed a passion for it. I have grandkids. I have kids. I have grandkids, and I try to instill a passion for something in my kids or the people that I'm mentoring. And I developed a passion for real estate early on when I took one of these late night TV ads for Become a Millionaire by Investing in Real Estate. It was taught by Al Lowry, and to this day I still give his mentor's book out to friends, written by Nickerson. I think the title was How to Become Financially Independent by Investing in Real Estate. I took that class and I vowed after I took that class I came out really motivated, and I said I'm going to buy a piece of real estate every year. That first year I bought 2, and I didn't really stop after that. So that's when my passion started. What instills a passion? I think I was a real estate investor and owner and property manager before I became a broker. I got my broker's license thinking it would teach me more about real estate. It did not. It taught me how to pass the class.
One of the things we've talked about in a previous session was we talked about the housing market crisis back in 2005. We're not going to go into detail about that today, but I wanted to ask you a comment that Ben Caballero made. He is the top agent in the United States. He made an odd statement considering the fact that he made $1.9 billion in homes in 2017, but he said renting is the new American dream. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I haven't met anybody that dreams to rent.
That's why I found the question odd.
I have not. I will tell you this, that as a real estate investor, investing in multifamily properties, or what I call build-to-rent homes, you actually build a home and design it for the tenant market, is a big business right now. And certainly my generation, we grew up that we need to own a house. Both of my kids own their own homes. We instilled that love of building wealth, and I think I don't know the stats, but I think that the amount of people that built their wealth through real estate probably far exceeds any other method.
One of the things that I have picked up on talking to other agents, and I mentioned this in my introduction, is that you're building a national team for eXp Realty. What does that look like? What does the vetting process look like? How can I be a part? How can someone be a part of this team? What does Greg Fose do in order to see if somebody is the right person to be part of this team?
Well, I think that you brought it up in an earlier question, and that's passion for real estate. Any real estate agent out there is really, at least in the U.S., an independent contractor. And it's their own business. And what I'm looking for is people that understand that they own their success and failure, but could use the support, the experience, the technology, and the guidance of a team like ours.
Greg, I've kind of shadowed you a little bit. I've listened to you talk to other realtors. One of the things that I pick up on is that you ask a lot of questions, but one question that you always ask is, tell me about your brokerage. I find that an interesting question. You start off with that quite a bit. Why that question?
Well, somebody smarter than me told me that we were given 2 eyes and 1 mouth for a reason. We need to spend more time listening. And I think you've seen me in a couple of interviews. I'm more interested in what that person is about than what we can offer that person. And the example I would give, if I just came back from touring a new country club, and I said to you, and I just started vomiting how great their golf program was. They have, 3 18-hole courses. They got 8 full-time pros, lighted course, blah blah blah. And you look at me with like a deer caught in the headlights and say, "But I don't play golf." So until I know who I'm talking to and what they like about their brokerage and their business, I can't, no sense me talking about how great our technology is if technology's kind of an aversion for them. The question about that you've asked about why do I ask them to tell me about their brokerage has a lot to do with the growth that I'm going through as well. When I first started with EXP, you couldn't talk to me when I wasn't sitting on the edge of my seat because I was so excited about this disruptor in the business. And as I've added more people to my team, and by the way, the company is national. They are the second largest broker in the United States. And people go, well, what about RE/MAX? What about Search 21? Those are not brokerages, those are franchises. The difference between EXP and what allows me to do a national team is it's one brokerage for the entire United States. Now we have qualified brokers in each state. But once you understand the business model, and what most people have heard about EXP is they're cloud-based. Our offices are in the cloud. When I go to the cloud, and you've seen me, I network, I participate in meetings, I get support. And because of that national support, 400 to 500 employees always ready to support somebody, I can add an agent in Cleveland, Ohio, Piscataway, New Jersey, and Murphy, North Carolina, and give the same kind of support I had to give 5 years ago for a local office here in Fort Myers. Hi, this is Greg Fost. If you have a passion for real estate, you want to learn, you want to grow, stay tuned and watch more of these videos, and do me a favor and click like in the link below. I always love comments from my viewers. If you've got questions or you want to set up a meeting with me, or better yet, you want to become part of the Fost Real Estate team, message me.